Hello, my name is India Williams, and I'm one of the professional development educators here at PBIS Rewards.
Hi, my name is Terrell Brown, and I'm also one of the professional development educators here at PBIS Rewards.
And today we have a treat for you. We are talking with some of the staff members from Parklane Elementary in East Point, Georgia. You know, we always have people asking, how can we implement PBIS and PBIS rewards with success? Well, if you watch today's interview, you definitely will have some ideas of how to do both of those things by listening to the wisdom from these people at Parklane Elementary. So we're going to start with just having our guests today share their name and their role at the school.
I will start. My name is Leandria Gray, and I am the administrative assistant here at Parklane Elementary. So I'm one of the administrators here.
My name is Tarian Smith, and I am the Tier 1 PBIS coach at Parklane Elementary.
And good morning. My name is Tasha Neers, and I am the interventionist, and I provide 504 and RTI support at Parklane.
Wonderful. Well, we are so glad that you all are here today. And so we want to just start off by asking, what makes your school unique?
Well, I would say that for us, I believe it's really unique that we have teachers across the building that find all kinds of interesting ways to try and incorporate PBIS in our SOAR expectations. So that's our acronym for show respect, opportunity to learn, accept responsibility, and reach to succeed. So I would say, especially with our fine arts department. So the art teacher, I've been privileged to be here at this school since 2005. So I've been here to see transitions with everything that's been going on. And with the with the music teacher in particular, I remember with her implementing the SOAR acronym. So they have songs that are geared around how you can soar. I still have the CD. She recorded the students and put out a CD and sold it. And the students were able to sing about SOAR, and I still have that CD to this day. So everything that she can do to incorporate those types of being respectful, being responsible, tying it into the community, doing community presentations like singing at different events, they're able to do that. As well as, like I said, with the arts, we have the art teacher that also, they have a beautiful mural that they came up with that has the SOAR expectations. So the students are able to see that every morning. We incorporate that as well. So I would say that our fine arts department has done an amazing job of trying to make sure that the students understand not just SOAR, but what it means to soar.
Ms. Neers, you don't even look old enough to have been working there since 2005.
Thank you.
I might have to check some records on that. I'm talking to Ms. Gray later about that. But also, Ms. Gray, Ms. Smith, is there anything else you want to add just about what you feel makes your school unique?
So for me, I would just say that we're a small school, family oriented. We have about approximately 320 students. So to be here in the Metro Atlanta area, it gives us that home feel because we're like family. So that's one thing that stands out for me that makes us unique.
Yeah, I agree. With us being that small school, you're able to get to know the kids on a first name basis. As well as the faculty, we go around a lot of times trying to make sure that we're keeping it professional, but calling each other as well by first name. So it's just really a home feeling type of school community that we have, with parents that are able to come in and help working whatever they can as well in the school from the community. So it's been a really refreshing atmosphere.
Wonderful. Ms. Smith, you want to share what you think is unique about your school?
What happens, as a fifth grade teacher, I, of course, work with students all the time. And one thing that I can say on the teachers front, it's great to have the positivity in the building and to always speak to the positive behavior that you see that's going on. Because a lot of times kids hear a lot of, oh, you did this and you did that. Sometimes they want to hear well, a lot of times they want to hear what they did that was great, what was amazing. And we have some kids, and that's in every building, you have kids that may have had some issues here and there, and it has followed them along the way. Well, they want to rewrite their narratives. So it's nice to give them that opportunity to rewrite the narratives and just to be a positive influence and a positive voice for them. During COVID, we had simultaneous instruction. So we had kids at home and kids at school. And this is the first, since about a year and a half, we opened the schools back up completely, in our county. And, of course, parents had a choice whether they wanted them in the building or to learn from home. And I have 27 students in my classroom. And I can tell you, they miss being at school. They miss that positive energy. They miss the teacher's light. They miss seeing us. They miss their daily routine. So, and, with them being back in school and, dealing with the new normal of masks and what have you, they're just learning how to adapt to their new world. But instead of letting the negativity and the scariness of COVID affect them, they're coming back to what is their home for them, and they're able to have that positive outlook and learn again, the way they traditionally have been learning over these years. So I think that with us having a small community and welcoming the kids back to school and the kids just being excited just to be around each other, all that positiveness is just flowing out into everyone. So yeah.
Well, you speak so much also about that positivity. And I know, and so does Terrell, that part of what does make your school unique is how well you all are implementing PBIS and PBIS rewards. So how long have you all been using PBIS and PBIS rewards? About how long?
See, I've been here since 2016. So they were using it before I got here.
Yeah, and I can say, remembering, because again, I've been here forever, but we started out when I first got here with scorecards, and we went from scorecards, we're talking about PBIS, to the stick with the clips and doing PBIS, and that was around 2012, 2013. So we've been PBISing for a minute.
Well, you've definitely been doing great with that. Ms. Gray, you want to add anything about how long you all have been doing it?
Well, as Ms. Neer stated, she's been here the longest. I've only been here this is my 5th year, and PBIS was definitely taking place before I got here. And in talking to one of the previous PBIS coaches, she gave us 8 years. She said that we've been doing it for 8 years. As far as PBIS rewards, we started this is our 3rd year with PBIS rewards. So we started actually, what was that, 2019, 2020?
Yep.
Yeah. So so we started before the pandemic hit. So we were already ahead of the game when it came to like still being able to offer incentives and go through the PBIS process even during the pandemic. So we were already ready because we had started that August of 2019.
And honestly, with us spearheading it so early, now the county is like, hey, we're going to implement, PBIS rewards. And we're just like, oh, we've been doing that already. So it makes me feel kind of good that we were already getting that ball rolling, and the county's like, probably, chiming on in with us. So that's really refreshing.
That's great. And that's awesome to hear that you've been doing it for 8 years and actually using the PBIS awards for 3 years. So our next question actually has to do about those years. So knowing that you've been doing this for 8 years and the awards for 3, how did you build the staff excitement about using PBIS and also the PBIS awards? And the second part to that question is, how have you been able to keep it fresh? Even though, going through a pandemic of, of the schools shutting down and coming back, and now we're getting back into the schools and getting to the swing of things, how have you been able to keep it fresh within the school and also even the staff, because that's a major topic with all of our PBIS users and schools and administrators, staff buy-in, and that culture. So, how did you build that excitement up with your, the staff there at Parklane over the years?
We always, at the beginning of the school year, we always have a meeting and we always talk about PBIS and our expectations with PBIS. And, I firmly believe that if you go in there with excitement, smiling, happy, and jovial, it's infectious, and this year, especially, we started with the Hello campaign. And that was amazing. And it was a week full of just being courteous and kind and nice and just positive, full of positive energy. And, I know I speak a lot on smiling, and I'm one of those people that if someone smiles at me, I'm going to smile back because smiling is infectious. And so one thing that we do is definitely we have meetings at the beginning of the year. We try to definitely get the teachers pumped. Teachers are aware that they can receive rewards as well, and in the past we have definitely given out, incentives to teachers, for, making sure that they're consistently giving out PBIS awards, even to teachers who actually give the awards out. A lot of times, as teachers, we always look at, okay, we're always told what we're supposed to do with our children, but then we forget about ourselves in the process. So when we model it for ourselves, then we are able to do it, great for our children. And so being able to reward my colleagues when they're doing something amazing, that feels good. And that, and it goes a long way because it gives you that nice intrinsic value. I can give a piece of candy or I can give a nice little card that says thank you, but it's just something when someone catches you doing something that's just amazing. And so, when we started off and, when we talk about, hey, when you have a student, what do you do when you put yourselves in that child's shoes? It brings everything back full circle, and it teaches, us, how to deal with our students and how to have the compassion and the empathy for our students. And then it also teaches us how to have the compassion and empathy for each other. And so through that, we're able to sit and commiserate and come up with great opportunities to boost our morales around the building, because sometimes we do get tired. So we find ways to boost our morale around the building by having like cool little game days, with each other, or we might have like a nice little meet and greet in the cafeteria, or parents might come in and do something nice for us. So just having just small little social things around the building, from during different points of the year helps to boost the morale around the building. It helps to get us excited and focused on PBIS rewards and keeping it fresh. I mean, anytime, we have our whole team here, our PBIS team. So anytime we get together, we always coming up with great ideas. Well, what can we do now this year? I remember last year, I think one of my favorite activities that we had was the glow party. And that glow party was talked about for a long time. It was one of those things that we were like, we want to end the year with a bang. And we didn't, normally we have the kids, if you have such a, X amount of PBIS points, you can go to this big activity at a certain time. Well, this time we said, you know what? The kids worked hard. It was a pandemic. You know what? Let's just celebrate them. And honestly, I think the teachers had more fun than the kids, and that's the big thing right there when and you know that the system works because people have bought into it. So I think whenever you can get when you can get the teacher smiling, having a good time as well, then you are really on the right track for making sure that the program excels.
Thank you, Ms.
I,
Oh, go ahead, Ms.
I
Gray or Ms.
agree.
Nears.
Just thinking again about when you said to build the excitement, we've started off the year with pep rallies, a pep rally to say, okay, these are things that we'll be looking for. We talk about the school store with the kids to let them know that there'll be opportunities for them to go and redeem those prizes for the points that they have. With doing and publishing, we have a s'more where Ms. Gray sends that out to the staff to let them know upcoming events and things that are going to be happening. So we do a good job of making sure that we keep everybody informed and looking forward to what's coming up next. So I think that helps with it as well. So it's okay, so we got this coming up, like, oh yeah, we're gonna make sure that we continue to do what needs to be done so that everybody can be able to participate.
Thank you.
And I was just going to add that also in the beginning of the school year, we do open up the opportunity for a member from each grade level to join our wonderful team, because we like to hear from everybody. We want everyone to have a voice and for them to feel involved in the process and the implementation of PBIS. And as Ms. Nears was stating, we know that in years past, sometimes the communication wasn't where we wanted it to be. So we had to do something to increase the way that we communicated to our staff and to our students. So we do have the monthly s'more newsletters that we create, and we give teachers shout outs. We share pictures from past events. We talk about upcoming events and any kind of reminders. We include videos, and we also work on, periodically we have PDs, whether they're synchronous or asynchronous PDs. I might just do a quick video and send it out. And that right there has really helped with keeping our staff excited about it. We also have used the lanyards with the badges for the students, and that really helps to keep everyone excited because the kids walk around, they're proud with their badges, and it makes it easy for us to be able to give points because we just take out our phones and we can scan right there.